Hello everyone, it's Jen from Old Tinkerer Studio. In this tutorial we will be making a low poly fantasy runestone. This will be a two-part video series. In the first part of the series we will be modeling and sculpting the runestone. In the second part of the series we will be baking the UV maps from the high poly model to the low poly model and applying textures. Please note that this tutorial is using Blender 2.81. In object mode, go into front orthographic view. Download the Runestone template I provided, the link is in the description. Then drag the downloaded image into Blender. If you're having trouble, make sure you have Import Images as Planes checked under your preferences. Then center the downloaded reference image behind the cube. Select the camera and the light and move it to a new collection. Select the cube and tab into edit mode. Then scale the cube along the y-axis to your desired thickness. Align the cube to the bottom right of the reference image. Go into wireframe mode. Then we're going to use the extrude and scale to make the cube look roughly like the reference image. Tab into object mode and deselect the runestone. Add a cylinder and rotate it around the x-axis 90 degrees. And align the cylinder so it's intersecting the runestone. Use the reference image as a guide. Go into solid mode. With the cube selected, add a Boolean modifier. The operation should be difference and your object should be the cylinder. Then apply the Boolean modifier and delete the cylinder. Now we can hide our reference, which is the empty. Under the UV workspace, tab into edit mode and select the entire runestone. Since we use primitives to make the runestone, we can use the automated UVs. Select the individual UVs and move them so they're not overlapping. Now rename the cube low poly. Save your UV. Under the modeling workspace, in object mode, duplicate the runestone. Hide the original low poly and rename the duplicated runestone high poly. Under the sculpting workspace, under the shading drop-down, choose a matte cap. Under the remesh option, change the voxel size to 0.008. Now this number will depend upon the capabilities of your computer. The voxel size will determine how dense the mesh will be. The lower the number, the more dense the mesh will be. Click on Remesh. Twirl open the symmetry options and make sure that you only have the Y option checked. We'll start with the scrape brush and scrape the sides of the runestone. F is a shortcut to change the radius, and Shift S is the shortcut to change the strength. After you have the initial scraping done along the edges, turn symmetry off. Then use the scrape brush to add more details to the runestone. You can use the blob brush to add dents in the runestone. Hold down the Control key while using the blob brush in order to subtract from the mesh. In front view, we're going to use the mask brush to paint on the actual runes. If you want the same runes on the back, turn on the Y-axis symmetry. If you need to erase part of the mask, just simply hold down the Control key. When you're done making the runes, invert the mask, hitting Control I. Choose the Move brush and move the runes back along the Y-axis. We have now modeled and sculpted our runestone. In the next tutorial, we will be baking the UV maps from the high poly model to the low poly model and applying textures.